Have you figured out how to monopolize your ambiguity yet? How can one take advantage of their exoticism in a financial way? If you're tired of the same old in your town, then why don't you offer the something different? In almost every economy, value lies in scarcity. And by providing authentic services outside of the social and background boundaries and barriers of the area that you live in, things people wouldn't typically experience, or even just by filling a very specific niche that you know is needed in your community, one that you haven't seen people quite corner the market on yet, why don't you do it? You know? You can be that person. So I'm not going to give the obvious example of doing hair because yeah, everybody knows you can do different types of hair, but you can also sell unique or handmade creams, oils, and things of the like. Like learn how to actually get into the chemistry of making these things, and you can make your own hair oils, hair creams, and growth serums. Just make sure you learn the legality behind it. And then go ahead and start your own little cream and like hair care business, your own hair product business. And that doesn't just go for, like, that literally goes for any race of hair texture. Like every culture has their own specific hair needs. If you're in an area that is racially uniform, I really feel like the women that are within your like cultural niche will just be lined up waiting for this kind of thing because I just know that they're tired of using the same old stuff. Just market strategically. And then you can also have a little pop up shop, have a little kiosk situation, and you can make a little extra money there selling hair accessories, like things like bonnets and combs, accessories that aren't really sold anywhere else that may be needed for hair care of that specific category. You could do, I don't think, I think there's different laws behind like doing a class versus a workshop, but you could do a workshop of, for parents, that don't know how to do their children's hair if they have a different type of hair. And you can make extra money by splitting up these classes into like, you can have like a daddy daughter class, you can have like a mommy daughter class, you can have like a mommy son class, you can have like a daddy son class. You can do like intermediate, beginner, advanced. You could do like a class on like, okay, here's how you put beads in your kid's hair. Okay, here's how you, here's a class on the curly girl method, like co-washing, or here's a class on like the lock method, that leave-in oil cream method. You know what I mean? Like you can, as long as you don't claim to be anybody with any letters after your name or anything, you can do these workshops to spread knowledge and gain capital. Maybe your culture has a lot of skincare secrets that you could share with your community and neighborhood. Turn it into profit. Like if you have a lot of beauty secrets passed down from your mom and your grandmother, you can hold workshops as well for like skincare secrets and beauty secrets. And you can market it as blank beauty course. You know what I mean? Like, for example, say you're Korean, of Korean background, Korean beauty secret wellness course or something like that. Or say you're of island descent, you can name your class something like Island Beauty 101. I don't know, you could probably think of something better. And also, if you have a body shape that people associate with strength and grace, you could start a dance class, like I said in my last video in this series. Or you could sell culturally inspired fitness plans like DVDs, or you could even start a YouTube. And the YouTube doesn't have to be for fitness. The YouTube could actually apply to anything that I'm saying in this video. Like the YouTube could be a skincare YouTube about your cultural secrets. The YouTube could be a hair care YouTube about your cultural secrets. Or it could even be what I'm about to say next. It could actually even be a YouTube about food. So food brings people together. Food brings cultures together. Does the area in which you live have a lot of fast food, sloppy food? Food that looks the same, tastes the same? Or is it pretty much just like burgers and fries, chicken tenders, sandwiches, burgers and fries, chicken, you know what I mean? Over and over and over again. You could open a restaurant, or you could open a food truck, or if you check the local laws, this is the easiest option. This is what I would do first. But I would check the local laws first. I would sell plates. You know how like grandmas would like sell their tamale plates or whatever? I would actually look into that. I would look into doing that. If you can do that in your area, check the ordinance. And if you can do that, do that. In these areas, These foods are undiscovered, underappreciated, underrepresented, and instead of complaining about it, you can be the representation. You can be what you want to see. Be the change you want to see in the world. Oh my God, see, I see why they used to say that. You can start a cooking class. It can be split into beginner, intermediate, and expert, like I said earlier with the other classes. You could do like a holiday cooking class, like to see, this is what my culture cooks for the holidays. You could do it to mirror life events of your life or your student's life. Like if you are a student gets married, you could make a class on this is what my culture eats for weddings or something like that. You could sell jewelry that is specific to your culture. Like if you are of African descent and you are in an area that maybe doesn't know about this practice, you could sell something like waist beads. I believe some Asian cultures find jade jewelry to be of significance. So if that applies to you, maybe you could sell jade jewelry or pins or things like that. Or if you're from any culture that does braids at all, why don't you learn? What is stopping you from learning how to whittle your own beads? Yeah, it's time consuming, but the time is going to go by anyway. The time you spend doom scrolling, you could be whittling like an old little wizard. You could be, you could be, the time we spend complaining and scrolling on TikTok, the time we spend complaining that there's nothing to do for us in this town, and yet we're not making the something to do. Even if we have to start from the absolute bottom, even if the something to do starts like a silly little lemonade stand, you know how kids will get the white table and pull out the white table, and that's literally, you start at the bottom, and that's okay. Everyone starts from somewhere. I mean, look at this channel. Literally, look at this channel. Everybody starts from somewhere, and that's okay. But all I know is I wasn't going to sit there and watch my life pass me by, and neither should you. And this isn't really necessarily just about, my ambiguous capital theory and exotic advantage. This is about everything. So, what do you think? Can you find a way to capitalize off of the value of your scarcity? Do you think you can use any of these methods to make money off your mix? Or are we doomed to fail in cities full of people unlike us? I don't think so, but let me know what you think down below. And if you want to hear more thoughts like this, go ahead and like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me, and just know that I'm dropping new videos whenever I have new thoughts. Now please go and have the best, most blessed day. Bye!